Taylor Swift is a good example of, I should say, being a fan of Taylor Swift is a pretty great. I should back up just a little bit further. Being a fan of Taylor Swift is a great example. I should back up just a bit further. I love Taylor Swift, and the worst way is she kind of gifts us with the immediate red flag that is her fandom. I don't know, if you happen to like a song or two or whatever, but if you've seen more than a couple of the concerts, if it's part of her personality, if it's one of the first things you learn about it, is that she's a fan of Taylor Swift. So maybe no. Thanks, Tay Tay. You gave us a great heads up for those who like you. Strange.
Oh, I suppose a bit of explaining is necessary. For someone to be known in their career, throughout their career, to be someone who exploits relationships they get into by making a big hubbub of losing their relationship and the other guy. Often for attention, unfortunately often for money.
Albeit those who are her fans will likely know her for far more nuanced things. But it is always the understanding of a person from the outset that is the measure at which they are judged. Yes, how they are perceived. It is always the understanding of those who do not know the tea that the person is held to, or at least when we are not having the double standards. And unfortunately, when we are, this obsession, or maybe obsession would be too strong of a word. They being a fangirl in this case, I don't know, fan boy, I don't know, the male perspective in this case. Hell, it might just be the exact same thing if you're a homosexual.
Got on very well with women.
Maybe heterosexual as well. I should look into that.
But something was still wrong. Something indefinable. Something.
This gives us something of a nuanced understanding of the person who would favour or idolise a person who is known for these things. One might be able to extract that they might be a bit too into themselves, because a good portion of the popularity is understood as being crying about a relationship that you may or may not have been part in ruining or ending. But of course, that nuance and such. And I like science, but I will not subject myself to Tay-Tay's discography for science.
Damn.
I'll get through half the album at 22 and get an innie. But honestly, one can abstract that these people are a bit too into, are concerned with their own emotions when often faced with girls in the wild, especially for girls who are really into being girls. They are very dismissive and don't really care about the other person, the other sex's triflings, and more expect them to just be an ear for them, shoulder for them, of their own, for their own, I suppose, for their having to use, but either way. I'm probably gonna burn for this, ain't no lesson